Honorable Attorney General and other members of Cabinet, permanent secretaries and officers of related grade, Commodore Errington Sherlin, Chief of Staff of the Barbados Defence Force and senior officers of the force, leaders of the social partnership organizations, representatives of the Barbados Association of Principals of Public Secondary Schools, representatives of the Association of Public Primary School Principals, principals of all public and private schools, officers from the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training, head girls and head boys of primary and secondary schools or young leaders, parents, and members of the media. A pleasant good morning to you all. I'm thankful for this opportunity this morning to be in the presence of so many young, wonderful leaders for yet another school leadership badge presentation ceremony. As the COVID-19 pandemic lingers, the staging of events such as these demonstrate our resilience as a people and our commitment as a government to the development of our youth to become effective leaders to whom we can pass on the baton to help us grow and sustain our development beyond the 21st century. During the presentation of last year's cohort of young leaders, I pledged to engage students in the quest to contribute to a government that is more responsive to their needs and to engender in them a vision and sense of ownership for the Barbadian society in which they want to live, work, and to play. This year, I wish to repeat that pledge and to indicate that the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training has been working closely with our youth, deepen student engagement, albeit for the most part in a virtual environment during this pandemic. We also recently re-established the student councils across all schools, which will provide you the opportunity to contribute to the development of policies at the national level. As head boy and head girl of your respective schools, it is anticipated that you will actively participate in your school's council and bring the critical issues to the National Council for ventilation and resolution as necessary. As you may recall as students, the logo and slogan of the National Student Council were chosen in a recently concluded competition designed by students for students. It is therefore anticipated that the prize-giving ceremony and the full rollout of the National Student Councils will take place early next year. I'm also happy to share this morning with you the news of the work of one of the student councils in our secondary system in developing a leadership certificate program in which you can learn about the qualities of a good leader, how to build confidence as a leader, and so much more. And I take this opportunity to encourage you all to continue to hone your leadership skills, whether it be through your participation in the leadership certificate program now being offered, or through emulating the practices of good leaders within your schools, your community, and the wider Barbadian society, or even through the numerous activities at your schools, whether it be brownies or club scouts or cadets, just to name a few. Part of the mission of the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training is to assist in the development of responsible citizens who are creative and confident and who can function effectively in a modern society. I certainly pledge to do all within my power to create the type of environment in which our young people can thrive. And the Ministry of Education is actively planning for the day when you can safely return to face-to-face instruction. I want to take this opportunity to assure you that whether instruction is face-to-face, whether it is a blended way, or whether it is online, we will continue to provide the necessary support to you as students and to your teachers. As I conclude, I wish to congratulate all of our students on attaining these esteemed positions this morning. I also urge you to demonstrate exemplary behavior at all times in your leadership roles, thus reassuring us that Barbados' future is in good hands. Let me also remind you that you are the first cohort to be awarded these leadership badges since Barbados became a parliamentary republic. And as the saying goes, to whom much is given, much is expected. As we celebrate you this morning, we also celebrate those who have helped to mold and to shape you up to this point, your teachers, your parents, and your guardians. Students, I ask you never to forget their encouragement, their support, and even their sacrifice, and to remember always that you have a responsibility to help us to shape the next generation. Congratulations again, and may God bless you all.